Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game Human versus Night Elf taking place here on Springtime version 1.3. We have Jens spawning as the green human on the top left-hand side of the map, spawning under the name Mayhem. Meanwhile, RazerMoon spawning as the red Night Elf on the bottom right-hand side of the map under the name Azure Seal. Not quite sure why they changed up their names, but, well, let's go ahead and jump right into it. First of all, Altar of Elders opening up here. Ancient of War off to the side. Gonna go ahead and try and clear out this mammoth creep camp with the help of a demon hunter. Meanwhile, we are looking at an archmage coming in from Jens. No big surprises here as we are looking at the standard heroes coming in this matchup. Gonna go ahead and slow things down to the normal speed as this game does get underway. All right, high scouting wisp off to the north. Going to be able to spot everything here. That wisp is right there. Units are just simply running on by as the archmage will be dropping a water elemental to try and clear out this Sasquatch creep camp. All right, pulling a little bit of the aggro there. I believe that wisp was taken down. There's the water elemental. There's the ensnare. And unfortunately, the water elemental will only be dishing damage and not absorbing the damage and tanking that damage as it's often hoped to do. Demon Hunter comes in from behind and, well, does he pick up the item? No, he does not, but does use Immolation to try and, well, cause some problems. There's a double ensnare there on 2 footmen as the water elemental now trying to push back that Demon Hunter. The Demon Hunter does have a Ring of Protection +4, greatly reducing the amount of damage he is taking. And, well, high armor units does couple well with that, with those Moonwells, since, well, a lot of that damage is mitigated before you have to try and heal it. Coming back around, and Demon Hunter going to be going after these creeps here, going to get a little bit more of an easy kill, now going after some footmen. You can see the damage is starting to slowly rack up there. Even some critters are joining in on the action as the Demon Hunter down to 249 hit points. Archmage now needs to dive on in as well as the Demon Hunter gets shooed away just a little bit. Sub 200 hit points, but now that it is nightfall, he does regenerate hit points that much more quickly. Back off to the north here. Gonna go ahead and try and take down this Timber Wolf. That will get taken down easily as the Archmage is now just shy of level 2. He wants to get level 2. He wants to get that Brilliance Aura, and more importantly, perhaps just as important, setting up this Expo. There's a couple of ensnares going down now. Archer should be able to perhaps get in some last hits. There's a Staff of Teleportation inbound. Demon Hunter is just shy of level 2. Not going to be able to get a mana burn off. But the Demon Hunter does have a decent amount of mana hit points, and that is a lot of units to try and engage there. There's a big deny coming across from Human. The Human player Jens as the units now looking to, well, fall back once more. Demon Hunter may try and go after this Ice Troll Priest. Footman trying to take it down. Should be some easy work for Jens there as the Arcane Tower already getting upgraded. Now, back at the home of the Night Elf base, we see a very sparse base. There's that tech to tier 2, and that strategy only works if you know that the human player is going to be trying to go for an expo. Jens has been staying in on his side of the map for quite a bit of time, and this Demon Hunter, even though it is only at level 2 now, has been doing a great job with all of that harassment. All right, it looks like all of those volleys of arrows as another footman gets taken down, arrow in the back there, as we're looking at a beautiful deny once more by the archers. Footman trying to handle this Demon Hunter here, who is now down to 79 hit points, but will head back home. Plenty of Moonwells, and we look at RazerMoon doing a good job just maintaining and managing his Moonwell juice by building up additional Moonwells here. He knows that he can continually heal and then rinse and repeat this strategy, perhaps even trying to get closer to level 3. There is a lot of archers out here, and perhaps he's trying to, he's just trying to continue this harassment and not allow Jens to play the game that he wants to. Demon Hunter with, Immolation, racking up quite a bit of damage. Is he going to be able to finish things off? Yes, takes down another Water Elemental there easily. As that tech to tier 2 was so quick, we already see the Naga Sea Witch joining in on the battle. Naga Sea Witch going to be going for cold arrows first. Arcane Tower is already up. Archers do not have that improved range, and there's that immolation, trying to pick off any straggler units, as well, that's what the cold arrows allow you to do. Trying to take down a unit. Footman going to get taken down. No, he's going to escape away at 12 hit points. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter turning back around, going after the Archmage. A lot of micro all over the place. Footman does end up getting taken down, not quite sure by what. I don't know if I saw the air or an exclamation point, or if the Archer got that last shot. Meanwhile, both sides are still fighting their way through. Archer trying to retreat back here. Footman is getting slowed down a little bit, as the Naga Sea Witch doesn't have boots of speed. That's actually one of the key things that the Demon Hunter normally transfers back over to the Naga Sea Witch to allow her to use that shoot and scoot strategy. There goes another Footman again, as the Demon Hunter finally going to be low on mana. There's some more cold arrows. Who's going to get the final shot off there? There's a deny once more, as the Demon Hunter already low on mana, really not going to take that much Arcane Tower damage. Meanwhile, Naga Sea Witch trying to put in pressure here. Cold arrows. Naga Sea Witch getting halfway to level 2, as the archers with, well, free pelting damage onto that Arcane Tower. Looks like it's going to, cause some repair work to be done. Archer does need to retreat back, though, down to 98, 85 hit points. Can't continue to sit in that spot and does need to fall back here. It looks as though, well, yes, Archer does get taken out again. All right, pressure going back and forth, and this is where, well, Night Elf power usually tends to stall out. We already are looking at Druids of the Talon, so we have some negative armor to be had. And where are these Druids of the Talon? They are actually being built in the middle of the map here. So, well, RazerMoon building towards his opponent's base, and that's why these units got into the battle so quickly. We are going to be looking at the Demon Hunter getting in some more heals, but there's not that many Moonwells out here, and we need to see some sort of Hunter's Hall to perhaps get that Moon Spring Blessing for higher capacity and faster fill rate. Demon Hunter gonna go ahead and try to go after the Ogre Magi Creep Camp. Picks up a scroll of healing. Is that just gonna be a one-time thing? It does look like it, as the Druids of the Talon are joining in on the battle with the Archers now, with that additional 200 range, able to rack up quite a bit of damage. Immolation trying to cause some problems here onto some of these units. Archmage does pick up a potion of healing as Detective Tier 2 is completed. And now, Jen's also being very aggressive with an immediate impact Naga Sea Witch as well. All right, couple of Wisp now trying to retreat back here. Demon Hunter trying to rush on into this battle here, getting surrounded by a bunch of militia. So the Demon Hunter is absorbing quite a bit of damage, gets up to level 3, gonna go ahead and staff up teleportation out the other side here, and he did use another point in immolation. Should be turning that off right now, as every point of mana does definitely matter. All right, Demon Hunter completely out of mana now, but a lot of militia were taken down, as we're looking at 50 over 50 supply compared to Jen's 37 over 48. Naga Sea Witch in the back here. Are we going to perhaps see a surround? Demon Hunter could be in a bit of trouble. Down to 92, down to 70 hit points. Is he going to get finished off? Yes, he will. Gets taken out there, but at the cost of a Naga Sea Witch as well. Level 3 Demon Hunter versus the level 1 Naga Sea Witch. Demon Hunter finally falls, but that is a lot of, well, a fairy fire on a Footman, so that's going to be a lot of bonus damage absorbed across here. Level 3 now on the Archmage. There goes a Footman. Level 3 now on the Naga Sea Witch, as more and more Riflemen are joined in on the fight. Riflemen do have that medium armor, which is incredibly important, as it, well, takes reduced damage not only from the archers, but also from these Druid of the Talon as well. Water Elemental, easy target for these Druids of the Talon, as magic damage does deal bonus damage against those units there. Naga Sea Witch quickly resurrected, only to see the fight quickly brought over again, and now the Naga Sea Witch trying to retreat back. Does get a bit of experience, as a couple units do end up getting taken down. All right, Immolation trying to dive on in here. Scroll of Town Portal teleporting back the other way. And what is this Demon Hunter going to do now? Perhaps a Staff of Teleportation out into a different spot, as we are looking at 9 armor. The Demon Hunter is going to be able to take down this Arcane Tower and perhaps take down and switch positions here. There goes one Druid of the Talon here, as the units are trying to flee back here. All right, Naga Sea Witch does have a potion of healing and does use a scroll of regeneration. One archer didn't get the memo that it was time to retreat, and finally, able to escape out of the range of the Naga Sea Witch. Demon Hunter back in the center, does have Boots of Speed, does have that Potion of Healing, hasn't taken an expansion. We are at Tree of Ages, not going into Tree of Eternity, just really relying on Druid of the Talon at their initiate level, not even bothering for Adept training. Alright, Adept training would only give additional mana and additional hit points. No real reason for Crow form at this point, as the Demon Hunter continuing to push across here. Very heavy use of Immolation, no mana burn whatsoever, so the Demon Hunter has 9 armor and evasion as a front tanky hero. Druid of the Talons now making their way across, going up against all of these militia. Archers trying to fight back against the other side. Another rifleman getting it taken out, as Druids of the Talon have just absorbed far too much damage. Naga Sea Witch of RazerMoon at level 3 with level 2 Fork Lightning, but doesn't have the mana to do anything with it, as we may see a break in the action as both sides load up on mana on their heroes and try to shut down their opponent. Archmage, Brilliance Aura coupled with Clarity Potions. Easy shots there. We're going to see a Peasant get taken down once more, and now Scout Towers could have some very bad day. Are we going to see the Archers try and finish it off here? Take a look, Guard Towers now getting constructed as well. The Arcane Tower needs to get taken down quickly while it is has that light armor. Otherwise, we're going to cause some more feedback again. All right. Crazy battle going back across both sides. Heroes while trying to defend, as the majority of the fights have been taking place at Jens' base, but we haven't seen that big of a home field advantage just quite yet. Now that these towers are going to be completed, Jens should have more than enough towers, and with that economic advantage should be able to bounce back. You can see that RazerMoon already falling behind 31 supply compared to 40. No tech to tier 3 that I can see from either side, as RazerMoon now looks to clear out some of these creeps. Naga Sea Witch and Demon Hunter can both get to level 4 here. Demon Hunter needing 10 more experience. Very close. And we're still looking at these Ancients of Wind actually moving out into different portions of the map now. As the Demon Hunter, is he going to try to dive in again? Yes, that seems to be the case. Some cold arrows, and here we go. Immolation. Are we going to see some Fork Lightning? There's a Fork Lightning, and the Naga Sea Witch able to escape away at 251 hit points, or 259 hit points after the Potion of Healing. So really cutting it close there. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter, going to have some difficulty trying to retreat back, already down to 129 hit points, and does need to fall back here. Doesn't have easy access to any more survivability items or heals, as the Naga Sea Witch gets taken down again. Demon Hunter is staying at level 4. Units are going to try and retreat back, as the Archers could easily turn around and perhaps finish off some of these units again. Naga Sea Witch fell. We are now looking into a tech change. Hunter's Hall placed down, dual Ancients of Lore, and now adding in Abolish Magic. All right, it's going to be interesting here. Ancient of Wind actually being used to tank a little bit of damage. Did it get a little bit of... Did it eat a tree? I don't believe so. Actually, no, it did. It did eat a little bit of a tree, so it is going to be able to regenerate some hit points, but it's not doing all that well. But anytime something else is taking damage other than your heroes, that is generally a good thing. Ancient of Wind, and now down to 342 hit points. Gonna go ahead, eat some trees, regenerate some hit points, and move along its merry way. This Ancient of Wind perhaps gonna do the same thing at the Goblin Shop off over here, and this is gonna be a big experience boost and great use of time by RazerMoon. Normally, you only see Ancient creeping early in the game, but instead, RazerMoon bringing Ancient creeping at the 15-minute mark of this match and doing it fairly effectively as well, after forcing his opponent to sit inside his base and defend constantly. The big problem, though, Jens still has the economic advantage, and it feels like, that economic advantage is going to start to take root. Jens already at low upkeep and gonna continue to build more and more, placing down more farms and production buildings. Coming back, we're looking at RazerMoon teching to tier 3. With that Tree of Eternity, we are getting Ultra Vision for improved nighttime viewing, as the Dryads are here, perhaps going to be able to get some Abolish magic across some of those water elementals. Demon Hunter, Scroll of Town Portal, let's see what is going to go down here. No Abolish magic, as I originally expected. I thought the research was done. Abolish magic, easy experience for the Naga Sea Witch and that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter, about halfway to level 5, needs to do some creeping on his own. Naga Sea Witch already at level 5 with a Sobi Mask for extra mana for good measure. Ancient of Wind ready to tank a little bit more damage again. Or are we going to instead, well, continue the fight over here on the north side? And that does seem to be the case. Mortar teams are getting added in. 66 supply over 72. Gens is going to be able to get into that low 70 supply here in just a second. And, well, Gens actually giving RazerMoon a little bit of time to creep, not knowing how difficult it's going to be. We did see RazerMoon now do a tech swap, or I guess not a skill swap into Mana Burn. Demon Hunter also looking to get to level 5. Is it going to be just shy? Yes, it will. Going to be a little bit more than just shy, needing 38 more experience, and then gaining access to level 3 Mana Burn. The Archmage and the Naga Sea Witch pretty much are going to be in a very problem in a very big way here. Abolish magic. Come on, just take down the water elemental. There you go. Level 5 now on the Demon Hunter. Level 3 Mana Burns should be coming galore. Staff of Teleportation to get that Naga Sea Witch away, but I'm not quite sure why the Demon Hunter hasn't done any Mana Burns yet. There was a prime opportunity there. The Naga Sea Witch needed to teleport away, but it wasn't like you could speed it up by massively clicking. You have to use your time wisely. The command was already input, and at that point, how the cookie crumbles, what happens is going to be what happens based on timing there. Now, the Archmage is at level 4, Naga Sea Witch is at 2, nearing level 3. Dual level 5 heroes by RazerMoon, and that is a big advantage. However, there is still the economy issue, as we are only down to about 3 minutes of mining left on the main base. I don't see Nature's Blessing being upgraded either, so even this Tree of Eternity cannot uproot and walk over here easily. The Tree of Life is trying to do a little bit of creeping. You can see the Dryad engaging here, trying to take down some of these units. And what is going on? Naga Sea Witch gets to level 3, picks up a Ring of Regeneration, and it feels like Gens is just trying to get into, well, the upper echelons of low upkeep before engaging. We see Spellbreakers, Mortar teams, Riflemen, Sorceresses, and Priests all able to do large amounts of damage. Meanwhile, well, I don't think RazerMoon's base has even been pressured once throughout this game. It's going to be up to Gens now to figure out how to move this army and find a way to dish out some damage, as the Naga Sea Witch nearly takes down 2 archers, 1 archer escaping away at 2 hit points, as the Demon Hunter now with a slow and taking quite a bit of feedback damage from those Spellbreakers. All right. Unit now trying to retreat back again. Rifleman now going to go after these Ancient of Wonders, just trying to pick off any building that is anywhere here, and will perhaps try and take them down. Sorceresses, Priest, and Archmage with that Naga Sea Witch pushing across at level 4. Level 5 is going to be very much necessary to try and, well, minimize how effective the Abolish magic of those Dryads are. All right, coming in for the engagement. Mortar teams need to try and retreat back. Getting a cold arrow there. Is the Mortar team going to get taken down? Yes, one Mortar team quickly taken down. The Mortar teams are still trying to retreat back, perhaps trying to get some splash damage onto those Dryads. And this was a horrible positioning fight for Gens. RazerMoon able to come across on the side, but at the same time, Gens' army is just that much larger, so even out of position, he is, well, doing quite a bit of damage. damage. Druid of the Claw now walking in through that battle. Here, are we going to see some rejuvenations onto the Demon Hunter? Demon Hunter not getting a rejuvenation. Druid of the Claw gets taken down quickly, not even transforming into bear mode to get that bonus bit of experience. All right, massive army size advantage, 67 supply compared to 45, a 50% advantage in overall army size as the Dryads quickly abolish down that water elemental. With that, the Archmage's advantage of being able to summon up units not quite that effective, as we need to see more priests perhaps join in on the battlefield to keep this army alive and well. Ancient of Wind quickly taken down, Fork Lightning going across multiple units again, as we should be looking at a little bit of slow getting cast down, perhaps trying to take down the Druid of the Claw here. Demon Hunter down to 213 hit points, just non-stop action throughout this game as a Staff of Preservation saves the Demon Hunter again. Druid of the Claw finding himself in the back line here as the Naga Sea Witch now may be forced to try and use a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, but that's only a 7-second Lesser Invulnerability here as the Archmage now tries to retreat away. Down to 80 hit points, gonna go ahead and retreat back, maybe forced to use a potion of a replenishment potion to try and get some heals. The Demon Hunter is very much nearby, and well, also has a potion of invulnerability as well. Does it have invisibility? No, it does not. Quickly uses the potion of invulnerability, trying to make its way out of this tough spot as the Archmage gonna drop a water elemental, try to break free. What is gonna go down here? It uses a Scroll of Town Portal instead. Fork Lightning coming back from the Naga Sea Witch as, well, a couple of sorceresses die before the Scroll of Town Portal takes in effect. Expo of RazerMoon is now operational. Main base has been mined out for RazerMoon. Meanwhile, Jens is still mining at his main base, but only for a minute longer. RazerMoon looking to perhaps migrate this Tree of Eternity to the center portion of the map. Not quite sure. Well, Nature's Blessing is being researched at this Tree of Life. You can research it at the Tree of Life if you have a Tree of Ages already, and that's what's happening here.
A town is under siege.
Now, what can RazerMoon really do here? RazerMoon has been the constant aggressor with less. He's been doing a great job, and Jens hasn't really been able to leverage his economic advantage to really pull away. This is causing RazerMoon's heroes to be at a higher level. And once the Demon Hunter gets to level 6, well, that is going to translate even further. One thing I am curious about is whether or not the Demon Hunter is going to pick up an Orb of Venom for himself. That ranged Chaos poison damage does add up very, very quickly, as the Naga Sea Witch is also just shy of level 6. We could perhaps be looking at Tornado to try and take down some of these fortified buildings, as the Night Elf army, consisting mostly of Dryads, Archers, doesn't have enough to really take down buildings easily. Now, what can RazerMoon do here? Gonna go ahead and entangle this gold mine, perhaps even place down a couple of Moonwells here in order to give home field advantage off of that Staff of Preservation. Meanwhile, Naga, Sea Witch, and Archmage, if they get a double level up off of this Magnetar Reaver creep camp, that is going to greatly close out this distance, close out this game here. Is this, Magnetar Reavers have not been cleared out. RazerMoon has been doing a great job keeping a hero level advantage and clearing out creep camps, but now we're looking at Jens being able to catch up here. Yes, obviously the Demon Hunter and the Naga Sea Witch are nearly at level 6, but allowing the Naga Sea Witch to get to nearly level 5, and now having a Paladin out here on the battlefield with the Warsong battle drums may be exactly what Jens needs to start being able to pull away. There's a Fork Lightning right there, multiple peasants getting taken out, and that's exactly what the Doctor ordered as this Naga Sea Witch gets up to level 6 now with Tornado. Alright, Naga Sea Witch continuing to do some creeping. Archmage purposely backing away. The Paladin gets up to level 2, has Devotion Aura as well, And are we going to get level 4 on the, or level 5 on the Naga Sea Witch? Yes, we are. So level 5 on the Naga Sea Witch, level 3 Fork Lightning Dryad, getting absolutely bombarded by these fragmentation shards, as Holy Light is going to, well, try to keep these mortar teams alive a little while longer. You can see how much damage is getting absorbed by these Dryads here, but are they able to get a shot off? No, they're not. Look at the number of low hit point Dryads able to prance back there, while the mortar teams, that mortar team, well, now only down to his lonesome self, his other 2 brethren taken down in that fight. I never noticed this, but shouldn't the mortar teams themselves like leave behind 2 skeletons, thematically speaking, when the unit dies? But then again, I guess knights should also do that too, right? I don't know. Not quite sure how I feel about that. All right, coming back around, a mortar team with Inner Fire and Warsong battle drums. Tree of Eternity could get pressured down very quickly here, and RazerMoon is going to be losing this Tree of Eternity. There's only 1 mortar team though, so that is going to be a little bit of good news, as the Dryads have been healed and now going to try and come in from behind. Forked Lightning. Well, Forked Lightning not that effective against this Night Elf army unless it can hit those Druids of the Claw while in Druid mode. Meanwhile, the entangling of this gold mine has been halted, and now the peasants are just going to go ahead and dive inside. This is a strategy that you can use, and that now this Tree of Eternity cannot entangle this gold mine because there's actually peasants queued up into this gold mine right now. Both sides are fighting their way through. Dryads are now trying to push their way across, and here we are. Some splash damage from those mortar teams, able to take down a couple of those Dryads and inflict some big damage. Ancient of War now trying to make its way over. More, a triple splat from a mortar team right there, and that was a big fight indeed. Jens looks like he's lasting out long enough against his opponent RazerMoon, as things are going to be in trouble. The Entangled Gold Mine now finally started once again. The peasants going to try to make their way back over, but not be able to get inside as the Ancient of War gets taken down. All right, both sides still fighting their way through. Demon Hunter sitting at level 6. Is he going to go into Metamorphosis? Not quite sure why he isn't doing exactly that. His damage output would increase significantly. Both sides still fighting their way, going after some of those units. There's a mana burn onto the Demon Hunter. Staff of Preservation to get the Demon Hunter back across over here, as the peasants are looking to stop this entangling of this gold mine and perhaps jump inside. There's the Metamorphosis going back the other way. There's that ranged bit of damage here to try and rack up damage, as the Tree of Eternity also joining in on the battle. Knights trying to lead the charge here. Ancient of Wind needs to make its way off to the front here, as the Demon Hunter is running into a little bit of trouble, trying to retreat back. Water Elemental getting abolished down into a puddle, as Dryads are now reinforcing from behind, as the Demon Hunter gets in some free attacks onto some more units again. All right, Knight looks like it's about to get taken down. It gets taken down, but the Paladin now sitting at level 3 and now has access to level 2 Holy Light, as another Knight gets taken out. No Staff of Sanctuary for the human side, as we see the Staff of Preservation not doing what it's supposed to do. Is it going to preserve? Yes, it does. The Demon Hunter escapes away at 6 hit points. The Demon Hunter somehow survives that crazy battle there. Perhaps one last final shot as the Demon Hunter continues to try and engage, down to 153 hit points. Perhaps going to look to get some mana burns in onto some of those units. 37 supply compared to 54. Staff of Preservation, well, nearly causing the death of that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter perhaps wants to mana drain some more units, as the Naga Sea Witch could try and finish off another Knight right there. There's a Forked Lightning finishing off some more units. Another low hit point Rifleman is there as well. The Dryads could finish things off, but no, the Priest there enough to cause a bit of healing. RazerMoon sitting on a 23 supply army. Jen sitting on a 34 supply army, both in no upkeep now, as there are some items here that the Naga Sea Witch or the Demon Hunter could pick up and be useful, or at the very least sell and try and train up some Druids of the Claw. The Druid of the Claw and that rejuvenation is exactly what the Demon Hunter needs to be able to stick around in this battle for as long as he is. Meanwhile, Dust of Appearance quickly used there against that Rifleman. There's a Forked Lightning. Water Elemental not taken down. Are we going to see an Abolish Magic? Demon Hunter wants to go after that. Staff of Preservation for the save there. And because the Tree of Eternity was gone, well, it actually teleported that Naga Sea Witch back to a fairly safe place. Druid of the Claw getting caught out in open field he's going to get taken out, and it just feels like Jens now has the momentum, even though he is behind on hero levels. Nearly level 7 on the Naga Sea Witch, level 6 for that Demon Hunter. Archmage with level 3 water elementals continuing this push and perhaps trying to shut down this expansion here at the 6 o'clock spot. No more gold mining, however, for Jens. So this is the only long distance mining location. I take it back. Jens is in some serious trouble as his expo is long gone. All right, you can see that long walk of shame to try and get a little bit of gold out of that center gold mine. Meanwhile, RazerMoon looking to hold on to this expo and perhaps fight back into this game. Demon Hunter coming back across here. We could see more metamorphosis. There's a mana burn there. Fork Lightning, however, already went down. So only, took down 11 mana. All right, Demon Hunter continuing the fight. Naga Sea Witch gets up to level 7. We could see some more Fork Lightning. Now has access to Mana Shield as the Naga Sea Witch could be in trouble. Down to 129 hit points. There it is. There's that Staff of Preservation teleporting to a awfully difficult place. There's that Mana Shield. It is trying to stay alive here, fighting away in the back corner. Archmage uses a potion of lesser invulnerability as the Naga Sea Witch runs out of mana and runs out of opportunity. There's some more mana burn. The Demon Hunter could go ahead and try to go to Metamorphosis. Needs to go into Metamorphosis. We should see a Staff of or a Mass Teleport out now. And because of Mass Teleport and a timely level 6, Jens is now in control with dual level 6 heroes who are alive. Archmage, Mass Teleport, able to get back home away from the fight. Scroll of Regeneration, and Jens now in control of this game, currently mining at a very slow rate, but still able to get gold. Meanwhile, this entangled gold mine by RazerMoon still not yet operational. All right, Naga Sea Witch looking to resurrect, but it may be too little, too late. Demon Hunter needed to go, and Metamorphosis needed to put more pressure onto that Archmage and get some of that poison or get some of that damage onto the Archmage before he was able to teleport out. By teleporting away, the Archmage was able to hit the reset button and heal up pretty much back up to full on everyone here, and now starting to top off on mana. We're looking at Spellbreakers, Knights, Water Elementals making their way down. Naga Sea Witch does have, has Mana Shield, does not have Tornado to try and take down this Tree of Life, oddly enough, taking down this Tree of Life would be a big win. Demon Hunter coming back around on the other side. There's a mana burn. There is Metamorphosis. Demon Hunter could turn back around and get some of that big chaos damage. There's another mana burn again there. Paladin suddenly out of mana, unable to heal any of the friendly units as the Demon Hunter keeps that distance. Archmage, unable to force an engagement here as it should be the Demon Hunter trying to force an engagement, since it is a timed effect for that Metamorphosis. Nearly done already, as the Altar of Elders is about to fall. Without the Altar of Elders, things are going to go from bad to worse here, as now Naga Sea Witch may be able to pop out here in just a moment. Is it going to be able to pop out? Yes, it does come out just as the Altar of Elders comes back out. Naga Sea Witch going to go ahead and try and fight here. Dryads are getting taken down. There's a Fork Lightning and a Staff I believe a Staff of Sanctuary to try and save the unit here. Naga Sea Witch fighting next to a bunch of Moonwells as the Archmage could be in trouble. Archmage now getting stuck. Spellbreakers are actually blocking his own path. Archmage ends up falling. Are we going to see the Paladin fall as well, as we're looking at slow poison, and now suddenly the Paladin is about to get taken down. There's another Fork Lightning there, and Jens ends up leaving the game, giving the win to RazerMoon, even though RazerMoon has the smaller army. A great game going down to the last battle, a split-second difference, and really, I gotta say, Mana Shield was the wrong choice. Tornado to destroy buildings would have been the safer, better call there, as destroying those buildings, getting a little bit more damage onto this Altar of Elders would have prevented the level 7 Naga Sea Witch from coming out, getting all of this mana, and basically fork lightning everything to death. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below.